Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Guess what? We're talking reserve list war. Let's have a conversation and see where things are going in our magical world of MTG, that paper cardboard game we love. It's coming up next. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. I hope you guys are ready for it, because that's right, the reserve list, we're going to war. We are prepared for action. We've got the tank. We've got swords. We've got the power behind us. And we are ready for it. I hope you are ready as well. And if you've somehow found me in YouTube land, well, welcome aboard as well. Hope you enjoy the content today. So, a lot of my videos in the last little while have been about reserve list cards that are being bought out. I did the wheel, we did copy artifact, I offered some alternatives. I recommended cards last week when this was first starting to really take off. And you have to understand, you really do, that this is a war of attrition. There are people out there literally stopping the average player from getting the card that you want. You wanted that wheel and you kind of been saving for it. You were thinking about other cards you kind of wanted to add to your EDH deck. And then what's happened is some very large investors, some recommendations from some YouTubers, and the market just like dries up. And especially when it comes from YouTube, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, that fear of missing out. That fear of missing these amazing cards that we want, but we really can't quite afford yet, especially younger players. So, but what I mean by this self-fulfilling prophecy is, if a YouTuber says this card is an amazing card, I'm telling you it's going to go up. There's only so many in the market. And if they're a big YouTuber, and only 1% of their people listen to that advice and buy the card, well, that's 1,000 copies that disappear, let's say. Well, then the price goes up. And then the YouTuber gets to say, I'm right! It's true. And I'm not saying they're wrong. That card probably was going to go up anyway. But when it's a sudden, yes, it's going to happen, and then the card spikes, then it's going to happen. See what I mean? Self-fulfilling prophecy. But then when we have these cards that we want, and you're close to getting it, and it spikes like that, it's like all of a sudden somebody caused an earthquake with a giant chasm in between you and the card you want now, and you're looking at it, you're reaching for it, and it's getting further and further away from you. And you don't know what to do. Well, that's what we're going to talk about. Because you don't have to lose hope that you can't get that card. The good news is, as with any market, the Magic market does ebb and flow, does go up and down. Okay? These cards will see a retracement. So if you know you can't afford it now, I'm not saying go out and buy a $500 Wheel of Fortune right now. Do not do that. Hang in there, set the price you're kind of willing to pay, and start saving toward that price. With trade, and whatever. Because more of these copies of cards will appear. And it will drag the price down a bit. Okay? And yes, those investors may still try to grab those copies too, to really force the price up. But if you're ready for it and you're checking, you may be faster than them. You might be able to grab it, okay? So don't lose hope that way. You still have an opportunity to get those cards. But when you're in a war like this, where basically the reserve list is under attack, there are over 100 cards that are like key cards, really good ones. We're not seeing it with the Power of 9 right now, really. They've already kind of had their little ups the last year and a half. But you are seeing it with all these $100, $150, $200 cards. They're all jumping up all over the place. And it's just happening at a much faster rate due to how the market is right now around the world, with all these funds coming, with the way the stock market's reacting, Bitcoin. Everyone's able to invest in these products, and they're taking it as a safe haven for their money. They're taking out some money from their Bitcoin, and maybe they're magic level, they plug it into some reserve list. It's when they buy the cards they're buying en masse that's causing the market to shoot up like this. And again, as a player who might just be playing, there's nothing you can do about that. You yourself can sit back and hum and haw and get all mad all you want. But that's not going to change anything. You still love the game. So love the game for what it is, for playing Magic. You can always get a proxy for now. You can always, if you're just playing with your friends. I know you don't want to have a proxy in a lot of cases. Some people really find them offensive, but you can do it. And you slowly build up to the real deal, you know? And when it retraces, hopefully you're in a position to buy it when it retraces down a little bit, because it will happen. There's no way, in my opinion, it cannot stay at this level. It's just an opinion of mine, but I don't think it can stay at this level forever. But it will not retrace back to the level it was at before. That's just not going to happen. It's not going to all of a sudden sink back down to $100. I'm not going to lie to you and say that's going to happen. Okay? But you can really bide your time and build up to those cards just by saving, trading in, and just getting prepared for it if and when it happens. Okay? I'm not going to say it's going to happen tomorrow or a month from now. That's, you know, I can't promise those things. But what you can do is just say, nope, I'm not going to enter the market right now. Because in a war, sometimes you can't win the war, but you can survive it. You know, the best offense is a really good defense. Don't trade away cards on the reserve list right now if you have any. Right? A lot of people don't. They have that fear of missing out. So they're like, if I put it on the market now and it goes up higher, maybe I'll lose out. So you hold on to that card. I agree, hold on to it. But not because you want to sell it later. I'm saying hold on to it now because you may regret it later and you might need that card back. Some cards are just key and you shouldn't get rid of them. When I first played, we talked about this. We all had copy artifacts. We all had a couple of wheels hanging around. Everyone did for various decks. Well, if you get it now, don't sell it. Keep it. Unless you're building up to an even bigger piece of power later. But even then, if you need that card a year from now, after you've sold it now, then you have to buy at the new high price. Hold on to those cards. They're going to be important to you later on. Especially if you worked really hard to get it. You can take pride in the fact you traded, saved. There's always a story behind the cards you get. There's always a good story. Like right back here we have the Weatherlight box. And remember, for those of you new to the channel, when I get to 2,000 subs, we're cracking this baby. We're going to have fun with it. And when I first put that up, I think the box was like $300, $400. And it just shot up too. But it's a goal. We're going to have fun with this. It's okay. It's still just a game. And who knows now with the new price on the Weatherlight cards, who knows what the cards in that box will be worth. They're not going to be worth what the box is. But it's still going to be a lot of fun doing it. And Magic's a game. Let's play with it. So don't lose hope. Remember, it's going to be awesome. You're going to be okay. You know, just ride it out for now. I did a whole bunch of videos we were talking about. I'm not going to put more videos out now because there's no way to track the amount that have gone. And cards I recommended are already gone. They're not here anymore. Even some of the supplemental cards, they've already gone up. So if you want to get into the reserve list, look for the cards that have good functionality, but are cheaper cards. If you want advice, I don't mind helping people out. You can shoot me an email, or you can go ahead and put a comment in the comment section, and one of the other people who comments or myself will get back to you. I'm sure all the players will be happy to help people out find those functional reprints. I forgot about the Echo of Aeons. It's a good replacement for 20 bucks as opposed to Time Twister, right? Wheel of Misfortune can be used instead of Wheel of Fortune. There are cards you can supplement. So use those for now while you save up for the one you want. I know the artwork is beautiful on some of these cards, but there are cards you can use to fill in for now. While you wait for that retracement, while you wait for different things, or try different deck construction. I mean, I use Arena purely as a way to deck test things out, right? To try different cards to see how I like them and how they fit with the cards I want. As far as other cards like dual lands and stuff going up, they are going to go up. Again, there's only so many in the world of each one. So yes, somebody who put that email out asking me about dual lands, yeah, if you can find even beat up dual lands for a couple $100, grab them and hold on to them. Because you can use them in your decks and EDH and stuff for now, but later on, you can always sell it to help work up to a bigger piece of power you want later, even if they're beat up. There's a lot of players who don't mind the heavily played because you know it's real, right? It's not going to be a fake or a proxy. So that's important to a lot of people out there. So please, remember the market's going to ebb and flow. Things are going to change, but it's going to be okay in the end because we love this game so much. Now, thank you everyone for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I just feel we had to talk about this today and have a conversation because I see a lot of emails coming like, look at this and look at this and look at this. It's all going up and it's not coming back down anytime soon. So it is what it is. It's going to be okay. The rubber band effect of the market will take effect at some point. And now it's rubber banded up, but it's going to come back down to a newer high, but still somewhere a little bit lower. I just don't know when it's going to happen. So stay tuned. I'll have more videos coming. Tomorrow we'll have a video on Kaldheim and the lackluster performance of what I expect this set to be. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Have a great one. You guys are awesome. Stay frosty out there and this cloudy Canadian day. Have a great one. We'll see you soon. We will, I promise. Hey guys, if you watch this video to the end, please put in boomstick into that comment section below. I'd love to see it. And for my patrons, I will be doing a post today explaining some stuff. So if you're my patrons, don't worry, I've got you covered. Thanks a lot. Patrons rock.